So I have more thoughts. For years, if you asked me who I was, I probably would have started with movement. I lifted weights, I cycled, I CrossFitted, I loved Olympic lifting. I loved seeing what my body could do. Movement wasn't just something I did, it became a part of who I was. And for a long time, I thought it was saving me, and now I'm not really so sure. I think when people looked at my life, they saw someone who had it together. I was in shape, I was traveling, I'd ride my bike for hours and sometimes 20 miles, sometimes 30, sometimes more. I was constantly doing something, I was always moving, and people would tell me, "You look amazing," objectively. And I probably did. I was in some of the best shape of my life. But what's interesting is looking good became a shield. Because if people were talking about how healthy I looked, they weren't asking how I was actually doing. And the truth was, I wasn't okay. 2024 was one of the hardest years of my life emotionally. And I don't think I knew what to do with that. I realized something about myself. I'm not someone who naturally possesses the ability to process emotion out loud. So I've been thinking about that feeling and I couldn't think my way through. So I moved. Movement made sense. It gave me something measurable. Another mile, another lift, another workout, another goal. It felt productive. It felt like progress. And even when emotionally I didn't feel like I was doing anything, it worked. Cycling became my favorite place to disappear. I put my headphones in and turn the music up and ride for hours. The faster I went, the quieter my mind was, or at least that's what I told myself. And looking back, I don't think I was riding towards anything. I think I was trying to outrun something. My own thoughts, my own grief, my own pain, and maybe even myself. The difficult part about it was that movement actually did help. I don't want to pretend it didn't because exercise is good for me. Being outside is good for me. Using my body has always been good for me. But somewhere along the way, the reason I was moving changed. It stopped being, "I want to ride today." It became, "I don't know what happens if I stop." And that's a very different relationship with movement. Towards the end, I wasn't really feeding myself. I didn't have much of an appetite. There was this pit in my stomach all the time. Emotionally, I was carrying so much that eating almost felt impossible. I kept moving anyway. Long rides, hard workouts, always pushing. And I think if I'm really honest, there was a part of me that didn't care what happened because I wasn't trying to hurt myself, but I also wasn't protecting myself. There were moments when I remembered thinking, if something happens to me out here, maybe I'm okay with that. And that's hard to admit because it's true. The strange thing is, I don't feel that way anymore. And I'm grateful for that. Life changed. People came into my life that helped me find words for things I never got to say out loud previously. And I stopped carrying everything about myself, and not all at once, but slowly. And what's interesting now is that people tell me, just go back to the gym, as though I can simply become the version of myself I used to be. But I don't think that's possible because I don't want to go back. Not completely. I still love movement. I always will. I still want to become a stronger person. I still want to ride my bike again. I still want to feel at home in my body, but I want a different reason to move, and not because I'm running away from myself, because I'm finally willing to stay with myself. So maybe that's why I'm trying to learn now, not how to move more, but how to stop asking myself to carry on more movements. Maybe movement was never supposed to rescue me. Maybe it was supposed to walk beside me and not in front of me, not dragging behind me, but just beside. And I think that's a much kinder way to live. And somehow, maybe I'll find that in the future for myself. But anyhow, who knows? So, thanks for listening.